Alright, bro, listen. You do this every time. I'm gonna do this about as simple as I can, bro. You read the same stories that I read about the same shit I read about. And ain't nothing wrong with it. I understand that. And you offer your opinion on it, which I understand. Cool. I like the news all in one place. Maybe I missed an article or something maybe here. Or maybe you know something I don't. But you the dude I go to when I'm expecting to find something out that most people don't. Give a little bit of insight to it. On top of which, provide some background. But here's the thing, you need to do your research. You need to have at least, like, watch the games, bro. Like, listen, sometimes I don't watch all the games, so I don't have an opinion on something, and you're the first person I'm hearing it from, or maybe everybody's seen it but me. Maybe I'm part of the minority of people. I get that. But you're sitting here slandering people's names a little bit, and you kind of feed into the narrative that Klay Thompson was talking about. Now, it's the first thing you did. You missed this part, where Klay Thompson was talking about the crowd not being, you know, pumped up enough. You say, yeah, you can kind of see where he's coming from, but you failed to mention the part where he was on fire in the first quarter. It was like he was going, honestly, I watched the first quarter and thought he was going to have another 60-point night in 3 quarters, and he's going to be chilling on the bench against the Suns of all people. And then even in the second quarter, I think it was, he did a reverse dunk. You know, he gets all those backdoor cuts, and, you know, he just does a layup. No, he dunked it. It was nice. And he was trying to get people pumped up. Like, you missed this stuff. This is context that matters, man. It really does. The second thing you did, off the top of my head, when you were talking about at the end, Kyrie Irving, about his whole, you know, likable personality. I like that. But right after that, you started talking about the story and you just kept extending it out. It looked like you were just trying to get to 10 minutes, man. Like, all right, look, if you want to provide it and phrase it a certain way, I do something basically that try and cuts the story in half. I forget what, I think it was Avatar. 20 words or less is one of my favorite games. What is your point? Tell me the story as quickly as you can. So that is my goal. I'm here to tell you the story as quickly as I can, offer you some opinion, a little bit of insight, and some backstory, and try and make it funny. Period. Probably like 25 words and shit. But look, the point is, you need somebody with an independent viewpoint who can look at the facts, do some research, underline that, do the research, because especially these days it matters. Context matters. And then we have to hold those accountable, you know, with the platform that they create. You have to say, oh, well, look at Stephen A. Smith, which, look, man, I love Stephen A. I don't agree with him. In fact, I probably disagree with him more often than most people. But I appreciate the fact that he asks the questions that need to be asked. He says, listen, at the end of the day, why did you do it? Honestly, I feel like if Stephen A. gets an interview, he'll come in there and look at you in the eye and be like, why'd you ask for a trade, man? Did you or did you not? Okay, so help me help you. Why did you do this? Understand that point. And then he'll try and explain it as independently as he can why you did that, so that everybody will understand your viewpoint and we can move the hell on. Because once it's addressed, it's addressed. And that's why I'm glad that Kyrie, KD did all this whole thing. Like, we'll see what's going on this summer, man. And that's the end of it. There's people that like to bask in it. I ain't heard nothing about Jimmy Butler. He ain't said nothing, really. He might come out and say something now, but listen, I appreciate his insight. And he has a platform, and he is trying to do a better job. At least I see that it looks like it. And I appreciate that. So somebody that's trying to use their platform as well as trying to help others. So this isn't a comes at, you know, Zach Lee video or anything. I love my brother. I'm glad he on his hustle. I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, you got to understand, you have a job to do as a social influencer, especially these days, especially with your demographics. Especially who watches your video, especially what it is and what's going on these days. You heard what Adam Silver said. So do a better job. Till next time.